I recently had a issue with the power steering control module. It was showing a code for no communication. This is the module right here. This particular module is located underneath the passenger side footwell area and is held on by 2 bolts. I checked the fuses in the engine bay and the smart junction box, and also the connector at the module. The solenoid valve is located on the power steering pump and regulates the flow of power steering fluid. On some Ford vehicles, this particular solenoid created a lot of issues with the cooling effect since it was tied into the hydraulic fan unit. And here's a couple parts from those vehicles. Okay, so getting back to the 08, 09 Taurus and Sable, it had an electric fan, so that wasn't an issue, but I wanted to have a look at the solder joints here, and also have a look at the CANBUS chip on here. Essentially, this is an 8-pin surface mount module with 2 filters coming off of number 5 and 6.
Pins 5 and 6, these 2 right here, pass through this gate and that gate into the IC chip here for the CAN bus. 8 pins.
Okay, well, anyway, here's a closer look at that area, and I decided to source a recycle part, but here's what these chips look like, and they are surface mount. So I used FORScan and to have a look at the module, and wanted to make sure that I had the right software version and the strategy. If you were to get a brand new module, you'd have to have it programmed with the Ford software, but sometimes you can just put the as-built data in. This one already had it, but anyway, it all checked out, and if you go to the Ford website, you can put in your VIN number and most likely download most of the as-built data as needed. Okay, so all but one code is left on the menu here, and I'm going to address that. That's actually a vent door issue with a motor. So I essentially broke this down into 3 groups where this particular solenoid is found on Ford vehicles, and number 1 would be for the Ford Taurus and 09 Sable, that essentially the malfunction of the power control module, or I should say the power steering control module, or SECM, may inhibit to send a signal to the valve solenoid to activate the fluid flow when needed, and may cause steering concern. Obviously, you want this valve to be working, and also the module to be working, but it's not as critical as it would be on the point number 2 of the say the Lincoln LS and other even older models. This actually can affect and may exhibit overheat conditions and prohibit the power steering movement, perhaps. Just a couple ideas there. Valve failure or PSCM, non-communication issues, and it might be confused with a cooling issue such as low fluid or maybe even a stuck thermostat. On the newer vehicles, obviously Ford's had a lot of problems with their power steering racks. Now, that's more of a heat-related issue since they are so close to the exhausts or manifold area, and most likely that's a heat damage or water intrusion type problem, most likely. There have been recalls on some of the Ford vehicles. Some people said there haven't been, but anyway, I would say that out of steering concerns, that obviously the motorized electric style steering rack issues are, you got to get that fixed. The one with the Taurus and Sable, you can probably drive with it like that. Essentially it goes into a default mode, but they're two different setups altogether. So I just wanted to throw that in and kind of put those different types of situations out there. So good luck on your projects, and hopefully this helps you with your next project. Perhaps there's a tidbit of information in here that you can use. Have a good one.